your favorite rappers, Tom, your favorite movie stars, Tom, your favorites, Tom. Let's talk about this. Now, quickly, again, I told you I made contact with somebody that I was speaking with. So let's get into it. Yes, there were people who somehow, by name were not named, that had told Cleo that I was accusing her of something. Now, understand, accusations and accusing someone is way different than discussing and free speech. You can't tweak that to make sense to you to get someone to be quiet about something. Because we know what the true problem is. We already know that. So I already have my thoughts on who actually did it. But that still doesn't matter because someone's going to have to show proof. So let's say this, Cleo, reach out to those same people and ask them, show me the video, show me the title on which he was doing it. Now, you can pick and choose throughout a certain series, but here's what I'm going to do. She's going to let me know which ones that they're saying were accusations, and I'm going to show her what I feel from the contents of who I think it was and tell her what you don't want to be told or seen. That's how I'm going to work it. Since someone wants to say I'm doing something a certain way that I'm not, I can prove I'm not, never have made accusations against anyone. Everyone who felt guilty spoke out and reacted a certain way. That's how I play chess. So think logically. How could I actually do that if I could do things a certain way to make you speak about yourself? Yeah, I had it like that. I did you like that. Now you came out and exposed yourself in a certain way. That has nothing to do with it. Because you showed you were guilty in your own way without being able to stand for something. I don't control that. Matter of fact, I don't control what you think or what you say. But here's the thing. If she can show what video and show the point in which I mentioned her name and accused her of something, let me know. Now, she said her and her family. Now, let me put this out there to Cleo. If I brought up another title of someone and spoke about them a certain way, I want to see what emphasis you want to put on that. Now, here's the difference. Here's why you guys are dummies. Because me and her are able to be in contact. She could call me right now. That's how serious the contact is. So you lames talking about me around about, mentioning things, I don't think you want to do that. Matter of fact, I think your best bet is to act like this isn't happening. Because with the different things I'm starting to gather and the connections I really am making, things are getting trivial for others, but are beginning to fall in line for the Czar. That's just how it works. That's how I work this case. That's how I work things down. I mentioned people that were fake, that y'all were all fake incredible. And those people, one of them backtracked even being here. Now tell me that wasn't telling. Tell me that made sense. You really can't, can you? Let's get a little bit deeper. Now, there were things I did mention about foundations that were created. So she was the only one creating foundations, or do I have to mention other people that have foundations created, accepting charities, saying they were helping people? Let's do it like that, since you want to assume. See, this is the game of assumptions. Everybody's assuming they know who I am, assuming where I'm going with it, assuming where I could go. And yeah, for a good chess game, I guess that's how you play it. But here's the trick in all of it. That you really are unaware of where I'm truly able to go with it. And only a select few have talked to me that actually see it. And they're not your everyday commenters. Matter of fact, one of the people I think only commented maybe once throughout this whole entire series. Once. That's how real it is. So I don't think you really see the big picture. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think they know how I think. But here's my thing. If your mind is not at that process, and all you do is slang, make money, and focus on women, trust me, your mentality is not that of a man who's read much, a man who's progressed himself, who has risen beyond the influence of life. We aren't the same. And sadly, it seems we won't be. But here's the one thing that's the same. You're grinding for your family just like anyone else. As such, anyone is. But to play the accusation game, I could go back and look over stuff and make accusations if you want to say that. If you don't get objective, hard-hitting perspective or critical thinking, we can play the accusation game. I could look down stuff you said on your Instagrams, things I saved before people deleted stuff, and we can run off those accusations. Oh yeah, we can run those accusations. Except remember what I told you about what I do. See, it's not simple. It's not cut and simple and plain. Whereas you're dealing with someone who deals with a set, people with a skill set that are trying to do what it is I'm doing. I have people who have a career that do other things, that deal with other feats, that are skilled in many other ways. That's a clear difference. And I told you throughout any weather, you see this blistering cold? Most of you will be running inside to that. You see the Czar chilling out here? Because my fire is hot. And you ain't got to know what that means, but the team knows what that means. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry about that. And that's the problem. You guys spend too much time trying to analyze a person instead of analyze what's being said. That's how you trip up and make your mistakes. That's why you say things you shouldn't say. That's why you don't see the bigger picture. That's why you want there to just be 4 people. That's why you want there to just be some situation you could turn your back. That's why you want certain things to want. But just because you want it, the world's not going to fold and bend around you. If you ain't work hard or network hard enough, who you affiliate yourself with and who you make pride yourself in being around is the end thereof. I grew my mind. We ain't the same. So this accusation thing, this, oh, he's accusing you of, oh, he's bad because he said, oh, he's this and that, because keep it to yourself. Save it for your room. Talk to yourself. Analyze yourself. When you look in that mirror, look at yourself and think that. Think of all you've done in your life to offend others, and know that of the end for someone who's done and lived the life you have. That is how you'll gain exactly what it is that's important. Because most of you can't see the greatness in yourself. Most of you use others to do other things. So if I'm to accuse an innocent mother that has lost her son, are you stupid? Is that what you think? You know what? I'm going to chalk it up to lack of experience, lack of character, lack of persona, lack of intelligence. I'm going to chalk it up to that. And next time someone was to say such accused it, let me see you say my name, then say, oh, he accused you of this. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll make sure you're working for the both of us. I am no lowly man. You can look at black as this, black as that. Trust me, I'm way against the norm. And I think you'll find that. But yet I'm within the same standards as you. We can play 2 different games. But the goal is to falter never to the outcome. But I think when things are looked at gradually, looked at in detail, it will show a different light to who actually are the people making these accusations. When things are looked at for what they are, I think it would tell a different tale of who the actual character is behind the person making these claims, speaking how they speak. Just your hatefulness towards what I think, in my opinion, in our critical thinking, shows the character. It shows your lack of understanding of freedom of speech, the rights we have through a constitution where anyone can speak. And it also gives up your guilt. So why would you give up your guilt rather than make a statement to try and act like you're big? What do you gain from it? What do you really gain from it? Ask yourself that. What's there to gain? And I seen that there's a picture, and we're going to actually get into that tomorrow. But I wanted to make a public service announcement of whoever was saying I'm making accusations. Show yourself and say it. Say my name. Say I'm doing accusations. Show the videos. Show them what I'm accusing. And I'm going to show you where accusations turn into fact. I will show you immediately. We'll run you. Whoever it is. We'll look at their story. We'll look at what and who they are to the situation. And we will examine you deeply. I will do an in-depth character analysis the same way I exposed a witness named Victor, the same way I expose witnesses on the internet saying they knew stuff. The same way I did it, TheCzarr will do his series and direct his full attention and mentality towards you. Trust me, if you don't think we'll pull up something, you're confused. The greatest nation since United Nations, the strongest team that you ever seen on the scene. We are not to be played with mentality. If thinking is a game, this ain't a game you play. But you know how I rock, how I always rock. Since you were here, before you were here, before you knew who I was, you know what time it is. All rights reserved.